how to make a Shopify nail store. So in this video, I'll be guiding you through step by step on how to build your own nail store on Shopify. So let's start. So one of the first things you're going to want to do, of course, is create a Shopify account. If you haven't done so, no worries. You can click the link in the description below to get started. So once you're here, all you need to do is, of course, enter your credit card information, right? And subscribe for $1, which will be for that price for 3 months. So once you have done so, great, you'll be welcome to an onboarding sequence just like this. All right, and you can skip this. You don't need to worry about this. All right, so you're all set, and we all just created a Shopify store for your nail store. So one of the next things we have to do now is to add products to your Shopify store. So let's go ahead on the left side, click products, and then you'll have the option to either add product one by one, or if you have a Excel sheet, right, or Google sheet, you can import that from here as well if you have a ton of products. So for this video, I'll be guiding you through adding a single product at a time. So now that we're here, we're gonna just start to create and add a product. So we're gonna call this red nails, right? I hope I'm entering that right, summer nails, right? And then we're gonna go ahead and upload images. So I went ahead and found some images of why is it not clicking? Okay. Save. Let's try something else. I think there might be an error coming along. There we go. Okay, so now we go to nails, right? And I have a few images, so we're gonna just choose this ones. And then the next thing you want to do after you upload all your images for that product, right? You want to go ahead and create a description, right? So we're gonna just use AI here. So this just makes it really easy, right? And what I like about this is that Sidekick, which is the AI tool that you'll be using within Shopify, right, has been trained probably on like other Shopify stores, right? So it knows what type of words, what works, or what type of description you want to have for your product. And then we just want to add the price for these red summer nails, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and just click I don't know prices for nails, but let's just say it's $45, right? But let's say they were on sale from $65 before. And we're just gonna add compare price, and then if you wanna track inventory location, right, you can do that from here as well, right? And then we can continue making sure your package and shipping product weight is set up correctly. So the reason for this is that you want to just make sure that the customer gets charged correctly, right? You don't want the customer to be charged extra for shipping, right? Or if it's going to be more, or sometimes the shipping is going to cost more than the product itself, right? And so sometimes it's just not worth it for the customer. Okay, so the next thing we have here is you can add variants and size colors. So it depends on like, there's so much things that you could do here, right? So Shopify already has so much like nail art items included, nail design, right? Like there's a lot, like recommended skills level, right? It could just be really easy, right? Beginner and done, right? So there's a lot that you could choose from in the variants. This will just give you a lot more, if it will provide the customer with a lot more information. And then of course your meta fields that you might want to add to your, but this is something that you can actually just ignore for now when you're setting up your Shopify store. And then the next thing is search engine listing. This you don't really need to make any changes here, just because Shopify takes care of most of it already. All you need to do, of course, is just make sure that the title is correctly set, and the meta description looks good, and that the URL handle looks really good, like this, right? So that's it you need to know. And we just added our very first product for our nail store, right? I'm just gonna add 2 more, just so that it will make it look kind of cool when we're setting it up the theme. So don't know why. I think this is a bug. Okay. I'm just gonna go here. White summer nails. Should I save? Let's see if that works. Yeah, so yeah, it's a bug. Oh, well, we could not. We could do like. Wintry. Okay, there we go. And then just gonna do AI again here. So there, we got this set up correctly. We're gonna set the price to, since these are designed and I think they're more expensive, right? Something like that, compared to 120. And just make sure, yeah, everything's set up correctly. Okay, so we just added 2 products. Okay, so now that we added our products, right? So we already created account, we added the products, right? Now it's time to set up a collection. So we could go to collections under products, and then the products here, just add collection, and we could create, collections. So we could do like nail supply, collections, right? And then from here, I didn't add it, so we're gonna do that quickly. We're gonna do add product, supplies, save, because it's broken here. Okay, we'll do this one here. We'll just price it at like $80. So now that we have the one collection done here, well, one product, we're gonna just do one more. Easy nail. I don't. We'll just call it that, and then save, upload. Let's do pay. We'll just do this, and we'll do this one's gonna be a little bit more expensive. Okay, save. Okay, so now that we have it, we go to collections, right? Add collections. We could do nail color supplies, right? And now here we could just click our 2 supplies, right, to paint the nails. And then from here you could write a description, right? Description and save. So this will just make it easy for customers to, well, it'll make it easy for customers to locate certain collections, right? Maybe you want to highlight the best nail colors of 2026, right? Best summer nail colors, best fall nail colors, right? So that, you'll just make it a little bit easier for your customer to buy things from you. Okay, so now that we did that, right, we need to go ahead and set up payments and shipping. Payments and shipping is very simple. So all you need to do is go to settings, and then go to payments, and then in payments, if you have Shopify payments supported in the country, which will show up like this, right, you just complete account setup. Super easy. This will allow you to start accepting payments from customers. And then if you want to set up PayPal, you can do that as well, just to give your customers another option of how you want them to pay as well. right? If you're in a country that does not support Shopify payments, then you can use another payment gateway, or you can use your own Stripe account as well. Um, but yeah, but if if you're in a country that supports Shopify payments, you will need to use Shopify payments um, as your main payment gateway. So once you set that up, you want to go to shipping delivery. So shipping delivery, and then select general profile, right? And then from here, as you can see, since I'm located in Canada, I can ship my products within Canada. Like, so if a customer from Canada, right, checks out, they'll be checking out successfully, right? Because I have this set up correctly. But let's say a customer from the US checks out my store and they want to buy something, they're not going to be allowed to check out because I don't have this set up in my markets. And so what you need to do is pretty much go to markets, right? And then just add United States. And then just make sure you have everything set up correctly, right? And just click save. And then once I go to shipping, right, I'll be able to start selling. See, the warning left, so I can start selling now, right, my items to US customers now as well. And then once you've set up your shipping delivery, right, you want to make sure you set up your taxes correctly, right? So you might want to reach out to your accountant, your tax advisor, just to confirm. And then you want to just make sure you have your domain set up properly, right? So if you want it to look very elegant and like legit your store, right, then I highly recommend you buy a new domain, or you connect an existing domain if you have one available for you. So now that we've set up domains, payments, and shipping, we could go ahead and go to the online store. Oh, they have the new feature now, agentic. So yeah, so this will just, so now not a lot of stores are going to have this, so your store might not have this. So what this means is that if somebody's looking in ChatGPT, right, for certain products, like maybe in regards to nails products, right, then your product could show up as one of those recommended products, right? So this, of course, is being rolled out slowly. So this is, you could just have this turned on if you want it to show up in ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot. You don't need to worry about anything else. So now let's go ahead and design our store. So to do this, you just click Online Store, make sure you're in Themes, which is the theme page right here. So now that we're inside the themes page, you could either use a default Horizon theme, or you could go ahead and use any free themes that they have, or if you want to use custom themes, you could check out the Shopify theme store and go to paid, and then you'll see a lot of great themes. Now for nails, right, you want to use something in the beauty section, right? So you want to just check themes like this, right, that are in the beauty industry, right? So for this example, we're just going to use Horizon, since that's pretty good for default. So edit theme. So as you can see here, right, my products just sold out because I didn't set it up correctly. But as you can see here from the variants, right, I could see recommend skill level, right, beginner, right, but right now it's just showing sold out because I didn't add products. So if I go back to products and we go to products, save. So it should show now as, there you go, that's in stock now because I added it. Okay, so now that we added it, right, let's go ahead and design the store. So one of the easiest things now, since we already have products added, you can see how the products are going to look like, right? So if we click on a product, right, you can see how it's going to look like at checkout. Well, when they're reading more about the product, right, and how just the theme is going to work with that product. So let's just go back to the home page. Let's edit. So to edit any section from the theme, you could just click and just and then this section here will pop up, and you can just either upload your own images if you have some, or explore free images. I'm gonna just do explore free images, and we're gonna do women's fashion beauty, right? There's no nails, but yeah, so here you'll want to upload maybe your own images if you have some for your nails store, right? Because there's not a lot to choose from here. I guess we'll just choose yeah, there's not a lot to choose from. So yeah, just for this example, oh, here we go. We could choose this one. Select. Right, and then here you go. You upload your first image, and then to edit the text, you can just click here, and just it will pop up here the text editor for it. So right, you'll want to make it a little bit much more catchier, right? And then you can edit the buttons here as well, right? To change the link. Maybe you don't want it to go to your old products. Maybe you want it to go to your more popular products, right? So what you can do here is just go here, and then just go to collections, let's say, and nail color. So now it will go to that page here. So that's pretty much it on how to edit your store. So super simple. The best way to learn is just by playing around with the theme editor, right? And yeah, you can just see what works and what doesn't work. So the next thing, once you've saved it, you want to click exit, and now it should show up the preview like that. So now that we've done payments, shipping, design stores, this is must-haves. If you're working at a nail salon, you might want to have a booking system and use and have your POS set up right within Shopify. So you can do this by going to settings, and then going to locations, and then just making sure you have your point of sale installed, right? If you're going to use their system. And then just tips for your nail store is to download free apps. So like the Shopify Inbox app, Shopify Messaging app, and Shopify Flow app. And then of course to market, click since TikTok and Instagram are more popular in the nail industry, you might want to install these apps within your Shopify store to market and connect your accounts, and so that your marketing can generate sales from those accounts. So that's how you make a Shopify nail store. If you have any questions, comment down below, and you can subscribe to my free newsletter I send to Shopify store owners like yourself, right, to help them generate more sales. So that's it for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.